Hello and welcome to this video about the game Wall Orienteering, which I have made. Wall Orienteering is a game where you are placed in a world with a map. The goal of the game is to visit all the controls and run to the finish as fast as possible. This is similar to the orienteering sport, except that in traditional orienteering you're placed in a forest and you have to take all controls in a specific order. In Wall Orienteering you are placed on a plain surface and the only objects on the map are walls, controls, the start and the finish. In this video you will learn how to use the game, how to create your own maps, and how I created the game using the Godot game engine. So now I'm running to the finish, which is a round circle. Once you have reached the finish, you will see your finish time in the top left corner. You will also see the map that you have just completed. The red triangle on the map is the start. The orange and white squares are the controls. The round circle is the goal. And as you might have guessed already, the black thick lines are the walls. You can also see the path that you have run and analyze your mistakes. By pressing the upload result button, you can upload your result to the result server so you can compare yourself to other runners. Here you see that I finished second. Now let us go to the main menu of the game. Here you can click on the map editor button to edit existing maps or create a brand new one. When you are in the map editor, you can click on the menu button to see what you can do. There are shortcuts for common actions, so you don't need to click the menu button all the time. Now I want to change some properties for the map, so I click the properties button and I set the name of the map to YouTube Map 2. I will also change the width of the map to 90 meters. Now I want to put some walls into the map. As you can see in the menu, the shortcut for doing that is Ctrl W. So when I press Ctrl W, you will see that we are in Add Wall mode in the status bar, and I can start to add walls by clicking where I want it to start and where I want it to end. And let's make some interesting pattern here on the map. Oh no, I made a mistake. So then I can press Ctrl R to enter the remove mode, and then I can remove the wall. And then I enter add wall mode again, and I continue to create some interesting walls. So we get some challenge when we are going to run this map later. The walls now look good, but the goal is actually outside the map. So I want to change where it's positioned. So I set goal, and then I place the goal at a good place. We still don't have any controls, so I enter control mode by pressing Ctrl E, and then I click around to place some controls in interesting places. The map looks great, so I press the main menu and save as to save the map with a good name. After saving, we can quit to the main menu. To play our newly created map, we click on practice. The map will be in the list as you see, but it will only be there if it's placed in a particular place. So we can open the map from the file. Now when the map is open, you can see the controls for the game. For example, space is used to show the map. Hit start and we are now in our newly created map. To play Wall Orienteering you can go to the website on itch.io and download it from there. It's totally free, but if you want you can donate something, but otherwise you just press no thanks. There are downloads for Windows, Linux and Mac OS. The download page also contains some install instructions. One of the best things with Wall Orienteering is that it's open source, which means that you can download and modify the source code and also contribute back to the game. In the rest of this video I will talk about how I created this game using the Godot game engine. So if you are not interested in game development, you can stop the video now. Godot is a mature open source game engine that comes with its own development environment, which itself is written using Godot. Godot comes with a lot of functionality and tools for making both 2D and 3D games. I can highly recommend using Godot if you want to try out game development. This is the Godot development environment. I have currently selected the map renderer scene, which is used to display the world during a race and also to display the map in a race and in the map editor. In the 3D view of the scene that you see right now, there is a box and a camera which looks like a wireframe box. The camera has orthogonal projection, which means that the world will be projected to the camera surface by lines that are orthogonal to the camera surface. This is used when looking at the world from above. It will then look like it is a map. We are now looking at the script for the map renderer scene. The script has a function called createWorld, which places the walls, the controls, the start and the finish at the correct locations in the world. It also makes sure that the floor and the orthogonal camera have the right sizes and positions. We are now looking at the race scene, which places a player in the map renderer scene. The player has a camera that you see through when you run around. Switching between the first person view and the map viewing view is just a matter of changing the camera and toggling a few nodes as you see in the code here. Finally, I just want to show you a fun little hack that I made to make the map look good. The controls will be too small when looking at them from above. I fixed this by placing a bigger mesh with a control symbol above the actual controls. This mesh is not visible from the first person view, as mesh faces are transparent when looking at them from the back side. As we are getting close to the end of the video, I would like to finish by discussing some improvements that I would like to see in the future. It would be nice to have a compass in the game so one can easily see which direction one is facing. The map could also be rotated automatically so that it is aligned with the world. Of course, it will also be nice to have more maps to choose from. Finally, a very cool and fun feature would be to make it possible to publish competitions that starts at specific times. This will make it possible to compare one's performance with our players. This is my first 3D game, so I'm sure there are lots of other improvements that one can do. The great thing about Wall Orienteering is that it's open source, so you can help making these improvements as well. I have found a few other orienteering games that I will link to in the video description. These other games are much more advanced than Wall Orienteering, but to the best of my knowledge, Wall Orienteering is the first orienteering game that is open source. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it and want to see similar videos in the future, you can subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.